Hello and welcome to another Minecraft video. We are back in the Bugzcraft world, but as you can see we are in creative. This is a copy of the world where I decided to do a little bit of brainstorming just to kind of see where my castle project would wind up going. Now I have to say I did complete, or basically complete the build. There is no tunnel, or there's no way to get into a mine inside it, which I did plan on doing, but that's mostly because we're in creative, which doesn't actually have a purpose for. But I started working on it just to kind of like get an idea of what I wanted to do, specifically in the throne room for the ceiling. When I got a little carried away and finished a castle. Well, castle keep anyway. Um, so we do have a finished build. We're going to be looking at it. It's just an idea. It might not wind up looking exactly like this when it's all said and done in the actual survival world. And it probably won't wind up looking like this when it's all said and done in the actual survival world, because as much as I like how the interior turned out for it, the interior looks amazing on it. The exterior has a bit of work to be done with it, and you'll see what I mean when I come out of third person mode. So let's take a look at this castle. Yeah, like I said, the exterior has a little bit of work to be done on it. I'm not sure I like how these exterior towers turned out. They seem a little close together for how big they are. Yeah, I think what I should have done, and I realized this after I had gotten way up there and I had already almost completed the build. What I should have done is I should have somewhere around here-ish. I should have, uh, done what I did way up there. That way they just kind of like come in a little bit, then they have a really long way to go up, and then extend out, and it may have wound up looking nicer. Alternatively, I could have just spaced them out farther, but that would have thrown off the entire interior of the build, specifically the throne room. Um, I still haven't messed with the throne. I also made sure that everything uh, that I did in this build when I was going through it is capable to be gotten by my current standing in the game for the let survival let's play playthrough. So every block that you see, I am actually capable of acquiring at the current moment in survival. But I will say, once we get into the interior, I am gonna need a lot more dorite. Let's actually just take a look to see how much I have here. Well, this may almost be enough to cover how I use it in the build. Um, I'm not entirely sure. I'm also not entirely sure I even managed to use up anywhere near half of all this purple concrete in the build. We'll see when I do it in survival. But as you can see, I have a giant strip of purple concrete there. I did alter it because I wanted a window in these front rooms here. As you can see, you might be able to see from out here that the library is there and my bedroom is there. I did keep the light feature in the front, as well as add a little bit of indentation with some stairs above it, leading up to the second floor, which is literally just a giant ballroom. Yeah, if I were to host a ball of some sort, the people would have to go all the way up to the second floor. I wanted to add a second floor. I didn't know what to do with it, and I just started filling in the space, and it wound up becoming a giant ballroom. We'll take a look at all that here shortly. Sorry, I could have swore I heard somebody come home. Alright, so if we come over to our map here, we'll just take a quick look at this. This is the amount of space that this castle takes up on the map. Sorry about that. Somebody did come home. Alright, so what we have here, this is the entire space that the finished build wound up taking up. If we do a quick little fly around, you can see really tall building. The towers look even worse from up here. Oh god. But if we just fly around here, this is what it looks like along the side. There's no windows along this side right here because that's a giant hall. That's a big old hallway connecting rooms on either side here. And this is literally just the back end of the throne room. As you can see, there is a window here, but you can't really access it from the inside. I just kind of put it there to for symmetrical purposes. You'll see why you can't access it from the inside when we go inside. And I just thought of it now, there may be an issue caused by how I have that set up. We'll see. I mean, it could be an issue, but it could also not be an issue at the same time. It just depends on how stupid I decide to be. But yeah, so this is the back end of the castle. Nothing really amazing back here. And we come around over to this side. This is what this looks like. So something to note is that the reason why these windows aren't symmetrical up here is because at the top the room winds up going farther in this direction than it does in this direction. You'll see what I mean when we get up into that portion of the build. But let's start by going in the front doors here. I put some nice foliage along the sides of the path here, which could extend down that way, and the foliage could also extend down that way even more. But we're just going to leave it nice and simple for now. So we got this nice pathway, which I made on stream, leading up to the entryway, which I also made on stream. Enter through the door, and we've got our throne room with our throne that I still don't know what exactly I'm gonna do with. I'd like to make it so I can actually sit down in it at some point. I just don't know how I'm gonna do that and make it look nice at the same time. Still working on that. We'll figure it out eventually. That's part of the reason why I even started this in creative in the first place. But as you can see, the same lava light feature sitting behind the throne, just because I think it looks nice. We've got some more purple concrete lining the walls all the way around. We've got chandeliers hanging from the ceiling, and the ceiling is a vaulted ceiling with a lot of archways holding up the interior, which is something that you need to think about when making a castle, especially if you're going to have a castle with a really large room like this throne room. You're going to need some pillars and some archways holding up the structure and making it structurally sound. I tried to do that as much as possible throughout this build. So we'll go to the left first. So we got this nice little hallway with a vaulted ceiling here, which also counts as another archway holding up the structure, so it's nice and structurally sound. If we head to the left, we enter the master bedroom, where we have a big old triple bed, because I contemplated this for a while. I wound up going with a triple bed because I didn't want a single bed here, and there was no decent place to put a double bed to where it would look nice. So we got a triple bed here. We got chests all the way around the room. We got an ender chest in the corner there. We've got a cartography table here because I tend to make a lot of maps on this world. We've got a little chandelier here and a tiny little string lamp, I guess, hanging from the ceiling. Got torches all the way around because the lamps just didn't seem like they were going to be enough. And we got this nice little reading nook here right in front of the window with a lectern that I can put a book on when I make one. Create a book, an adventure book, castle guide or whatnot. I'll just set it there and people can read it on the lectern. I don't have anything in these chests because I literally just put this here for show and tell purposes. They're all empty. I haven't made an ender chest in survival, so I don't have anything inside there. Literally, this was all done in creative, so there's not a whole lot actually going on storage wise at the moment. Actually, I could throw all this survival stuff in here because I don't need it. So we got all our stuff right here in this chest. There we go. So if we exit our room, we'll close the door, and we go right across the, right down the hall, and we open up in here, and we have our cooking room, cooking/smelting room. We got our blast furnaces on top. We got our smokers in the middle, and we got our furnaces on the bottom. Should probably honestly have the smokers on top and blast furnaces on the bottom and the furnaces in the middle. Oh well, afterthought. And then we have a bunch of barrels on top of those, as well as barrels in the corners here, with a crafting table right in the window, and barrels all over the place for storing everything, because it just seemed fitting that there'd be barrels in this room. This room, I like how this room turned out. It looks like it fits the part of the purpose that it's supposed to fill. Just a room where we cook and smelt things. I like how that room turned out. That room turned out really nicely. I like how my bedroom turned out. The carpet is okay. It's up for change. But I do like how this turned out. This looks nice. And I've got these paintings above the doors just to add a little bit of something to it. Actually, you know what? I think there might actually be enough room for a decent painting here as well. Oh god. I didn't realize we were gonna have these giant paintings. Okay, maybe not. Okay, we won't have a painting on that wall. Okay. So now if we go to the right of the throne room, and we'll take a right. Right in here we have our library, which has our enchanting table, which this is probably going to stay the same in the survival, and I'm gonna need a lot of books, but for now, this little setup for the enchanting table, this is gonna work just fine, because that'll allow us to get our level 30 enchants. I put some gray carpet down because we needed to dull down the room a little bit because the books make this really extremely colorful. So we needed to dull down the room a little bit. And again, this is a common theme throughout these small rooms on the bottom floor. But we got that small chandelier and the little rope light there. And of course torches all the way around just to make sure this place is nicely lit. We got some chests on either side of the enchanting area, and a chest right here in the entrance, and another chest here. Not as many chests as in the bedroom, but you don't need that many chests in a library. Mostly what you see are books. So this will be the library. Pretty sure this will stay the same. My bedroom will stay the same. It's just a matter of what the outside winds up looking like. That's what's up for change. This way we got this stairway that leads up to the second floor. We'll get to that. Probably could use some more torches on this side actually. I'll take care of that when we go up there. But then we also have this little path back here, which leads to this area, which could become like a little utility closet area, as well as this could potentially also be where I start digging down into the ground to go to the mine, or to go mining with. So I don't know which direction I'd go. There is some space to work with before we hit the ground, not a lot, but yeah, we could go down a little bit and eventually get down into decent mining territory. Alright, so we've got that little place taken care of. Torch, just because this is bothering me. Put the torch right there. That way we have light all the way up the stairs. Alright, so then we got the stairway that goes up to the second floor, and then this is, yeah, so as long as I just don't jump up here, I should be fine. But if I fall down there, I'm gonna have to like break into that room under the stairs. Actually, you know what, let's take and put a door right here. Oops, I meant to open that. There, now we can get here if we really want to. Don't really know why we would want to. Maybe we put like secret chests in here.
Won't stop.
I didn't anticipate people actually watching this live. Okay. Hold on a second. Because I have no idea who said that. Although I'm pretty sure I know who did.
My foot still hurts.
Yep, that's what I thought. You really need to go to bed there, sir. Just saying. Alright, so if we come up here, we have the upstairs area, which is basically just a giant ballroom. Again, we got the same vaulted ceiling as down in the throne room, with a whole bunch of chandeliers to light up the area and torches on every single pillar, as well as torches above these doors here, which these doors lead to elevators, basically, that lead all the way up to the tops of the towers.
That's cool.
Thank you. Wait, can I go to? Thank you. So we go all the way down here, and we close the door, and we've got this. We got this nice little ballroom here, and that's pretty much the entirety of the second floor. And like, so we've got this elevator here, we got elevator in that corner, elevator in that corner, elevator in that corner, and that's how you get up into all the towers. One more quick look into the library here. Like the library. I like how all the all the rooms turned out in this. I just don't like how it looks on the outside. Could look at the throne room again from every angle, including sitting on the throne.
I am so not doing another all-nighters. What are you talking about?
Right. And then there's like a space back here just because I feel like you should be able to get back behind the throne. Just, I don't feel like the throne should be up against the wall. We'll do another quick look into the bedroom. One last look into the cooking and smelting room. I think this, I honestly think this one turned out looking the best. I like how this one looks. It feels like it'd be inside a castle. And then we'll go back outside and take a look at it from the outside, which isn't the prettiest look of it. I feel I messed up because I didn't think of the big picture when I was making the towers, but this is what it looks like on the outside. Do one last fly around. This wasn't going to be a very long video, so I didn't anticipate anybody coming to watch the stream. Should have known better, because I knew you were up and watching the animes, Sir Celtic. Should have known that at some point you'd enter the stream. But yeah, we'll get this nice fly around going on here.
You should make a redstone door in the floor behind the throne to a secret dungeon. Hi.
I could do that. That'd be a lot of work though, especially in survival. Hello, QNC clan. Welcome. kind of
Can I
missed.
join?
Sorry, I can't have anybody join because I don't have PlayStation Plus. Oops. One last thing to do. Throw this into nighttime. This is actually going to be the first time that I see this in nighttime. We'll do a nice fly around at nighttime. And then probably go take a look at the ballroom at nighttime because that's really the only room that's actually going to look any different at nighttime because it's the only room that has a mass view of the outside. The rest of the building shouldn't be any different at nighttime. Being that this will be eventually in a survival world, there will probably be torches all over the place on the ground, just to light up the area around it so that things don't spawn around it.
The outside reminds me of a cathedral, don't know why but it does.
It's generally how these builds wind up looking for me. My other castle wound up looking that way as well. Alright, and we'll take a look in here at the ballroom. Ballroom looks really nice at nighttime, actually. I like that. We'll go take a look
Cool
at the top of the
nonetheless.
tower as well. Take a look out onto the world at the top of the tower. Yeah, it is pretty cool. Could probably get that skeleton duel achievement from the top of this tower. That'll be my goal once I complete this. Once I actually complete this in survival, is to complete the skeleton duel
Sorry Bugs, but
achievement.
I am going back to anime. Talk to you later.
That's fine. You got to see the castle, and I'm glad you like it. I just don't think that this exterior is gonna be the final look for it. I think I'm going to bring that the part where it juts in a little bit down a ways. Probably bring it to right around this level ish, or maybe even this level ish. Somewhere around there, and it'll probably look better. But I can do that in the survival world. But yeah, that's how my castle turned out after working on it in creative. I now have a blueprint for how I want this all to wind up looking. I just need to make it in survival. The next time I stream in survival, I'll probably go on an expedition to find some
Have
bamboo.
fun figuring it out, Tata.
Alright, thanks for coming around. Yeah, so I'll probably, in the next stream that I do when I play survival, I'll probably go look for bamboo so I can start making scaffolding. So I have, so it'll be easier to build the castle. And then I'll wind up continue working on it. I do know that at the current moment, I do need a lot more stone to be able to work on it, and that's gonna take a lot of grinding out to do, both between both that cobblestone grinder and, you know, mining. Actually mining. So, with that, let's go back to daytime. And I'd like to say thank you all for watching. Leave a like if you liked it. Subscribe if you're new. And we'll see you all in the next video or live stream that I do. Peace out, everybody.